what's up everybody? This is Tyler from 10thumbspro.com and I wish you were here, like right here, jamming with me today. But the next best thing is me teaching you how to play Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. We're gonna break it down big time. I'm gonna go through the intro rhythm part. I'm gonna go through the solo. And then I'm going to show you how to play the verse and the chorus so you can sing it as well. This thing was tailor-made for either a loop or a friend. If you have a friend, you can go ahead and just play it like the intro. One of you does that tasty little rhythm, and one of you does the other part. And in fact, if you're a Patreon, you have a PDF you can print out and follow along, and it even shows you exactly how that solo lines up with the chords. So it's kind of like a PDF duet. You also get a PDF with every single lesson when you become a Patreon. It starts at just $1 cap, or $1 creation with caps low as $1 a month. But if you came just because you want to play Wish You Were Here, that's cool. I dig it and I respect it. I'll have the chords, strum patterns, tabs, everything on the screen. All you really need to learn is that ukulele brain and attention span. You got those three things? Follow me on in and let's break this one down. You will wish no longer. Alright, so we have a lot to cover in this one. Why don't we go ahead and start with the intro rhythm part. The part that goes. And then the solo will come in. So that's the part we're going to break down. You're going to start off, point your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, and you can go. All right, and that's going to happen the offbeat after 3. It's like 3, 4, E, and 3, open A string, and then a hammer on, 4, E, ring finger, 5th fret, and then you get to the first beat and you're going to bar that 7th fret right there, 7, 7, 7, making E minor 7, all right? On the second beat, you're going to go 1, down, up, down, up, down, up, 2 E and a 3, 2 E and a 3, okay? So, really slow we have so far. Okay? 3 and 4 E and 1, 2 E and a 3, pinky finger, 10th fret, and then you release it, right? So you're gonna go 4, and then you get that pinky down on the 5th fret of the A string and make this G shape, which has a, based on the F chord, so you're gonna have that pointer finger, or ring finger, 4th fret, bar the 2nd fret, ring finger 4th fret, and your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E string with your pinky down there on the A string. And you'll pluck that on the first beat like. So really slow we have. 1, down, up, down, up, down. Alright, now it's a little different when you kick back into the tune though, because you're going to kick off on the offbeat. So you go and, right? And 4 E and. Okay, so far we have. See how I started right over again and then I get back to here again. So that just repeats itself. Alright, and that's the first half. The second half kicks off the same way. Okay, well let's play that first half really slow together. Okay, now we're in the second half and it kicks off. The same, except you're gonna go down, up, down, up, down, and 4, and 1. So instead of starting on the 4, you're gonna be on the offbeat, and you're gonna go from the 7, 5, 2 to an A suspended 4. Okay, so that'll be alright, and I like to get my ring finger on that 7th fret, and then I just walk down with the pointer, and I make that A sus chord. From there, you're gonna do a down, up, 2 E and a 3, and then you're gonna go back to this riff, alright? But we're gonna skip this G note this time. We're just gonna go 4 E and 1, down, down, 7, 5, 2, A. So that repeats itself again. But this time, we're gonna go 4, we'll hammer on there, and then we're gonna play an open A string, and then we're gonna strum a G chord. Alright? So that'd be 1, down, down. Okay, so just the second half really slow. Okay, and then we're on that G, and that G is going to be 2 measures. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then you would start over. Okay? Because it happens 2 times. That's when the solo is going to come in. Now, that strum pattern over just a G like that could be kind of boring. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow the strum pattern that we're kind of been doing up to this point. 1, 2 E and 3. Okay? So you go 1, 2 E and 3, 4 E and 1, 2 E and 3, or down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Okay? So nice and slow. 1, 2 E and a 3, 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3. And then it would start over. Okay? So let's go ahead and put that whole intro together. I'm only going to play through it 1 time. Just know that it's 2 times, and then we're going to break the solo down. So it sounds like this. And then it starts over. Okay, so when it gets there, before you get there, that's when you break down the... Awesome. So now you've made it to the solo. We're going to go ahead and break this solo down phrase by phrase together. The first phrase sounds like this. Okay? So what we're doing is we're going 3, 5, 7. And they're kind of doing this hammer and slide thing, right? Now, you don't get as much sustain, especially if you're not plugged in. So you could also do, if you wanted to. But what I'm doing is I'm hammering from 3 to 5, and then I'm sliding up to 7. Then I get that pointer finger down on the 5th fret of the A string. Give it a little vibrato if you can. All right? You can take your pointer or your ring finger, 7th fret of the A string, and you're going to roll it over on top to the 7th of the E. See how I did that with just 1 finger? And then drop that pointer finger to the 1st fret. So that's so far. Okay, so everything so far. Okay. Then you're going to go 7, slide to 5, pointer finger on the 3rd, and then pointer finger to the 2nd fret of the C string. Ring finger, slide 3 to 4 of the G string. This is where it would sound a little better with the low G. and then pointer finger back to that D note on the second fret of the C string 2 times. So that second fret, the second half will go. Put that together, you have the first phrase. Put that together and you have the first phrase. Alright, then we go into the double stops. The double stop phrase sounds like this. Alright, so what am I doing here? I'm taking my middle finger on the second fret and my ring finger on the third fret of the C and the E string, and I'm plucking them both and sliding them up 2 frets. And then bringing it back and plucking again. You can see I'm using my thumb and my middle finger here. Right? Then I'm going to drop these 2 fingers down and I'm going to do 2-2 on the G and the A string. Do the same thing. But when I get it back this time, after a measure, I'm going to pull off 2 to 0. Okay? Okay, and then I'm going to repeat that motion. And I'm going to jump up here and take my pointer, kind of like the G chord. Take my middle finger though, and I'm going to put it on the second fret, pointer finger on the first, pluck just those 2 and slide forward. So the second half would be. Alright, so that whole phrase. You can hear him go down, you can hear him slide down, but because where we are at, we don't really have any room to slide. Now these notes are the same as these notes, 7 and 7. If you wanted to add that slide at the end, like. Alright, that's an option, okay? Alright, so let's do the first 2 phrases together. Alright, remember that slide is an option. Okay, alright, so now we're on the third phrase. Let me play it for you. It sounds like this. Oh, man, that's my favorite phrase of the 3. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our ring finger, slide from the 5th fret to the 7th, get that pointer finger down on the 5th fret, and then back to 7, and then ring finger on the 7 of the A string. So it goes. Alright? And then you do something called a pre-bend. We're going to bend it, but we're not going to play yet, and we're going to play it, and then come down. Alright, so up to there. Then we're going to play 7, pull to 5, and go down to the 7 of the E string quickly, and then back up to the 5. Okay? And then from the pointer finger is going to drop down to the 5th fret of the E string. So that would be 7, pull to 5, 7, back to 5, and then 5 of the E. Alright? Now if we put that together, we have. Alright? Then we're going to take that ring finger and give it a quick bend from the 7, 5 on the A string, 7 on the A string, another little quick bend, 7 on the E, and then we resolve on the 5 with some vibrato. So that would be. Those bends are so tasty. I think that's probably why this is my favorite phrase. Alright, we put all that together, we have the third phrase. Ooh, so good. Fourth phrase sounds like this. Pretty similar, right? So we're going to start off the same. 5 slide 7, 5, 7, and then we're going to drop down to the 7. But we're going to play it once, and then this time we're going to bend up and then back down. Alright? So that's the only thing that's different so far. And we're going to do that same quick move with the pull off and drop down there. So the only thing that was different was we hear the bend up this time, right? And then we're just going to go 7 with a little bend and finish on 5. So the fourth phrase. Now I'm doing all this on a soprano because I want to show you that no matter what size your ukulele, you can do this. Alright, so let's put those 4 intro phrases together and let's rock the solo out. That G, and then we go right into the so you think you can tell. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the chords we need. Alright, so you've already impressed the heck out of the people with that nice tasty intro solo and the rhythm, especially if you have 2 ukuleles. Why don't we go ahead and take this song to the house? You need a C chord, a D chord, A minor, and a G. So actually from a strumming standpoint, it's pretty easy. If you just want to play this song, no matter really what your level, you should be able to figure it out. Our strum pattern is going to be a down, 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 up, 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 down, up, down, up. And now this is just the basis because this is kind of a slow rock ballad kind of song. You can add downs, you can add ups, you can pause it. Add some emphasis to some extra downs. That's really up to you, alright? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do that strum pattern over a C, D, A minor, and then a G, like this. Okay, and then we're going to go D, C, A minor, G. So the only thing that's changed is the C and the D flip-flopped. And that repeats itself from the top, right, with the C first. C and the D flip-flop again, so it goes D, C, A minor, then G. So why don't we put the lyrics up and play through that whole verse together. Here we go, from the top. Then you just go right back into that jam, alright? But there's one last piece we need before I let you go. We need to learn the chorus. Alright, so the good news is the chorus is the same as the verse, it's just half the length. So why don't we go ahead and put the lyrics up and play right through it, okay? So here we go. And that is the chorus, okay? Okay, so if you want to take a solo, everything's coming out of the E minor pentatonic scale. That's even a great idea. You can even steal some of these riffs and put them in your blues playing in E blues as well. So you can construct a solo there if you want, and you could just either play the E blues scale over the verse and the chorus, or if you had another friend, you could always go back to this rhythm and then just create your own solo with that scale. All right, the E minor pentatonic. Which would be a lot of fun as well. Okay, so you got all the pieces. You got the intro rhythm, you got the tasty intro solo, you got the verse, which is also the chorus, you got the strum pattern, you got the chords. If you want, you can become a Patreon again, PDF right in front of you. All that stuff right in front of you will accelerate your learning. I promise, like I said, dollar creation, but you can put a cap as low as $1 a month if you only want to pay for one creation, and you get all the PDFs with all of our tunes, not just this one. Okay, everybody, until next time, keep on rocking and rolling, keep on loving life, keep on playing that ukulele. In your building. Alright, everybody, so there it was. Wish you were here. Happy to bring it to you. Remember, stay tasty, my friends. Shred one for me. Until next time, everybody, stay cool.